The Science of Sustainable Crop Rotation, Chemistry Insights. Title: The Science of Sustainable Crop Rotation, Chemistry Insights. Introduction. Sustainable agriculture is a pressing concern in today's world, where we face the double challenge of feeding a growing population and preserving our planet's resources. One of the essential elements of sustainable farming is crop rotation, a practice that has been employed for centuries. In recent years, a deeper understanding of the chemical processes behind crop rotation has shed light on why it is such an effective and environmentally friendly technique. This article explores the science of sustainable crop rotation, focusing specifically on the chemistry insights that underpin its success. Understanding crop rotation. Crop rotation involves the intentional and systematic sequencing of different crops on the same piece of land over a specific time frame. It is designed to optimize soil fertility, control pests and diseases, and reduce reliance on chemical inputs. While the concept of crop rotation has been around since ancient times, the chemical mechanisms behind its benefits have only recently started to be fully comprehended. Soil nutrient management. One of the key advantages of crop rotation lies in the management of soil nutrients. Different plant species have varying demands for essential nutrients, such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. By rotating crops, nutrient imbalances in the soil can be rectified. For example, leguminous crops, like soybeans or lentils, have the unique ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen into a form that is accessible to plants. When legumes are included in a rotation, they increase the nitrogen content in the soil, benefiting subsequent crops that require this nutrient. Chemically, this nitrogen fixation occurs due to the symbiotic relationship between leguminous plants and nitrogen-fixing bacteria present in their root nodules. These bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, which is then converted into plant-available forms through various enzymatic reactions. Through crop rotation, the soil's nitrogen reservoir is replenished, reducing the need for synthetic fertilizers and conserving resources. Pest control. Crop rotation also proves effective in pest control. Certain pests and diseases are specific to particular plant species, and by rotating crops, their life cycles are disrupted. This break in the pest cycle prevents the buildup of pests, reduces the need for chemical pesticides, and promotes natural pest control mechanisms. Chemical defense mechanisms play a crucial role in this aspect of sustainable crop rotation. Plants produce a wide array of bioactive compounds known as allelochemicals that can influence the growth and survival of neighboring plants and pests. Some allelochemicals repel pests, while others suppress their growth by interfering with their physiology. By rotating crops and diversifying the allelochemical environment, the abundance of specific pests can be reduced, ensuring healthier crops and minimizing the need for synthetic chemical controls. Disease suppression. Another significant benefit of crop rotation is disease suppression. Soil-borne pathogens pose a constant threat to crop health, and their buildup can lead to devastating yield losses. However, by practicing crop rotation, these pathogens can be hindered through chemical and biological means. Rotation disrupts the pest's life cycle, reducing the availability of host plants for certain pathogens. Additionally, crop rotation helps stimulate the growth of beneficial soil microbes that protect plants against diseases. Chemical interactions between crops, soil microorganisms, and pathogens play a vital role in disease suppression. Some plants release specific chemical compounds that inhibit the growth of pathogens directly, while others stimulate natural defense mechanisms in neighboring plants. The diversity brought about by crop rotation ensures a dynamic chemical environment that can help combat diseases naturally. Climate change mitigation. As climate change intensifies, sustainable farming practices become even more critical. Crop rotation plays a role in mitigating the impact of climate change through its chemical dimensions. By enhancing nutrient availability, crop rotation reduces greenhouse gas emissions associated with synthetic fertilizers, which are energy intensive to produce. Moreover, the increased use of organic matter, such as crop residues, cover crops, and manure, in rotation systems promotes carbon sequestration in soil, mitigating climate change further. Crop rotation is a practice that has been employed for centuries and has recently gained a deeper understanding of its chemical processes. By systematically sequencing different crops on the same land, crop rotation optimizes soil fertility, controls pests and diseases, and reduces reliance on chemicals. The management of soil nutrients is one of the key advantages of crop rotation. Different plant species have varying demands for essential nutrients, and by rotating crops, nutrient imbalances can be rectified. For example, leguminous crops have the ability to fix atmospheric nitrogen, benefiting subsequent crops that require this nutrient. The nitrogen fixation in leguminous plants occurs due to the symbiotic relationship between the plants and nitrogen-fixing bacteria in their root nodules. These bacteria convert atmospheric nitrogen into a plant-available form, replenishing the soil's nitrogen reservoir. This reduces the need for synthetic fertilizers, conserving resources. Crop rotation is also effective in pest control. By disrupting the life cycles of pests and diseases that are specific to particular plant species, their buildup can be prevented. This reduces the need for chemical pesticides and promotes natural pest control mechanisms. Plants produce bioactive compounds called allelochemicals, which influence the growth and survival of neighboring plants and pests. By rotating crops and diversifying the allelochemical environment, the abundance of specific pests can be reduced, ensuring healthier crops and minimizing the need for synthetic chemical controls. Disease suppression is another significant benefit of crop rotation. Soil-borne pathogens can pose a threat to crop health, but by practicing crop rotation, their growth can be hindered chemically and biologically. Rotation disrupts the pest's life cycles and promotes the growth of beneficial soil microbes that protect plants against diseases. Chemical interactions between crops, soil microorganisms, and pathogens play a vital role in disease suppression. Some plants release specific chemical compounds that inhibit pathogen growth, while others stimulate natural defense mechanisms in neighboring plants.